Today in the BrickLab, we're going to be joining Lloyd as he fights Lord Garmadon. Round 2. So this season, Lloyd's robes get replaced with some battle armor, and he goes underground in order to fight Lord Garmadon. As I'm sure you're already aware, this version of Lloyd is going to be a lot different from the previous versions. So basically what we're going to do is, well, take this guy away, and we're going to start and work our way from the ground up. So first off, the legs I used were from Lloyd from the Hands of Time season. And following that, I used a torso from one of the old Exo-Force sets. It really matches the battle armor look that he has. The coppery color matches the copper color of his Hands of Time robes. There's only one problem with that, and that is that when we add in the mask and the face, the light green of the hood doesn't exactly match up with the dark green of the robes. Now to fix this, you can just use one of the older hoods, the Hands of Time hood with the dark green, and then the light green. It kind of matches, but I really prefer the newer Ninja hoods, and it's either them or it's nothing. And in this case, it'll be nothing. The Throne Room Showdown set features a Lloyd that doesn't have his mask, and that's the version I prefer for the Resistance. It's kind of like he's no longer a ninja anymore because he just lost his friends and his city and everything else, and now he's just a rebel. But basically, I prefer this version of Lloyd without a mask anyway. If you would like to make a version where the mask does fit in, well, have no fear, I also have that covered. So first what we're going to do is use the legs from Lloyd from the Samurai X Cave Chaos set, followed by this torso from the Zukin suit. Now in order to match the look of the hunted Lloyd, it would probably be best to swap out the green arms for dark green, just for continuity's sake. I'm just gonna leave it this way because really it doesn't look bad that way. So we'll put on the hood, and there we go, that's our custom version of Lloyd from Hunted. The light green really doesn't match the darker green he has in this season, but honestly, if you're okay with it, then I'm okay with it. Now, if you would still like a darker green version and you do have Moro, what you can do is just use that torso and these dark green legs with black hips, and then add Lloyd's head onto that. Now, I know this is Moro's symbol, not Lloyd's, but I guess you could pretend that that's the symbol for fractured Ninjago. Ninjago under Garmadon's rule. It's all in pieces, and it's up to Lloyd to put it back together. This version of Lloyd does look pretty cool too. If you do have both this version and the Exo-Force torso, what you can do is just swap out the legs and use the legs from that version of Moro with this Exo-Force torso. There we go, that's yet another version of Lloyd. So basically the combinations for this figure are pretty much endless, and if you have any creativity whatsoever, it really shouldn't be hard coming up with your own version. Of course, like the previous version, the mask does tend to stand out a little bit. Of course, we do have some light green on the knees here, and it does kind of go with the helmet there. It's not a lot, but honestly, if you don't care about it, then we're good. As a final note here, I did try using one of the first generation Nexo torsos just to see how it would look, because it is green and it does have that armor, but it just really clashed with Lloyd and didn't look good at all. The black really didn't go with the gray, and even without the mask, it still didn't look the best. It kind of looks like Lloyd is a Nexo in training, and that's really not good. Not that I have anything against Nexo, they're just not very ninja-y. So anyway, there's that. Personally, I'm just going to be sticking with the version I originally came up with. I feel like it really suits Lloyd the best, and I mean the fact that his mask really doesn't go with that suit doesn't really bother me. He's probably not going to wear his mask much during this season anyway. That about wraps it up for this minifigure. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff. And stay watching this channel because we do have more custom minifigures on the way. We have 3 ninja down and 3 more to go.